Good morning, students. Now, in previous lectures, we have studied about your displacement thickness, boundary layer formation, how the boundary layer will development over the flat surface, then the momentum thickness and energy thickness. Now, and also we have solved some examples which are based on the displacement thickness, momentum thickness, and energy thickness. Okay. Now, we will see the next part, which is nothing but the boundary layer separation. So boundary layer separation means what? It is the actually the point at which your boundary layer will separate out. So first we need to understand the concept of the boundary layer separation. So first let us see this, or let us examine this diagram. Here at point A, okay, at point A, the velocity gradient du by dy is greater than 0. What does it mean? The velocity is gradually increasing in this region, so that's why this velocity gradient will become greater than equal to 0. Means at this point your shear stress will exist, and this shear stress will try to retard the motion of the fluid. Now at point B, when this velocity of the fluid particle is equal to the free stream velocity u, means above this point the velocity remains constant, this velocity gradient will be constant, means velocity gradient will be equal to 0. Now at this, in this region, actually from region B to region E, there are 4 stages. First one is where the velocity will get the free stream velocity u. Then next is point C, where this velocity gradient will become less, and at point D, this is nothing but the point at which the fluid particles will get separated from the boundary layer. Actually, how it will occur, we will see in the next, in this slide. We will see actually how it will occur. That actually in a flowing fluid, when a solid body is immersed, a thin layer, actually it is called as the boundary layer. We have seen the boundary layer formation and the development of the boundary layer. So in a flowing fluid, when solid body is immersed, a thin layer of the fluid is called as the boundary layer. It is formed adjacent to the solid body. Now the forces acting on the fluid in the boundary layer are, there are 3 types of forces which are acts on the boundary layer. First one is inertia force, second one is viscous force. Viscous force is due to the shear resistance, and third one is pressure force. Okay, so three types of forces will act on the boundary layer. Now there are 2 stages. First one is, stage 1 is between point A and B, and stage 2 is between point B and. So in first stage, when the pressure gradient in the direction of flow is negative, so in first stage when the pressure gradient in the direction of flow is negative, that is when the pressure decreases in the direction of flow, the flow is accelerated. Here pressure will decrease in the direction of flow, so that's why the flow will get accelerated, and in this case the pressure force and inertia force add together and jointly tend to reduce the effect of viscous force. So in this case pressure force and inertia force will get added together, and it will retard to the viscous force actually. Okay, viscous force, and jointly tend to reduce the effect of viscous force in the boundary layer. Okay, so this results in the decrease in the thickness of the boundary layer. So it will results in the decrease in the boundary layer of the thickness. So that, what does it mean? The pressure force and the inertia force will get add together, and this will retard to the viscous force near the boundary. So that's why it will try to reduce the boundary, or it will try to reduce the thickness of the boundary layer in the direction of the flow. And so that's why its effect of which there are low losses and high efficiencies in the accelerated. So in this region the thickness will be less due to the effect of retardation of the viscous with the retardation of the pressure force and inertia force on the viscous force. Now we will see the region B to E. So when the pressure increases in the direction of the flow, means when delta P by delta X is greater than 0, it means when pressure increases during the flow, in the direction of the flow, the pressure force acts opposite to the direction of the flow. Here the pressure force will act opposite to the pressure force will act opposite to the direction of the flow of the motion. Okay, so pressure force act opposite to the direction of the flow and further increasing the retarding effect of the viscous forces. So subsequently the thickness of the boundary layer increases rapidly here. So thickness of the boundary layer from this point to point increases rapidly in the direction of the flow. And if these forces act over a long stretch, so the pressure force and viscous pressure force and inertia force will act over a long distance. So that's why the boundary layer gets separated from the surface and moves into the mainstream, and this phenomenon is called as the separation. So the point of body at which the separation will occur, or the point of body at which boundary layer is on the verge of separation from the surface, is called as point of separation. Okay, so this is about the boundary layer separation and the concept of boundary layer separation. Okay, thank you.